Alright, what's up guys, we're back to a Grand Cross video, and the girl has finally showed up in the anime, so I can finally make this video. If you recall, a month ago now, I made a community poll and asked you lot who's actually watching the new season, who's actually waiting for Netflix to get it, so in dub, and as well who's actually read the manga. A lot of you have actually surprisingly read the manga and or are still watching the new season, so now that the new season has been passed to the point where we do see Purgatory Bomb, who, by the way, I don't think it's a spoiler. I think even if you haven't watched the new season, you still know about Purgatory Bomb because how big he is, I guess. But I will not be spoiling anything from the manga, so let me just say that. What we're going to do today is talk about potential festival units that could come to Grand Cross by going over where we are now in the current point of the story mode, which is just right before Demon Chandler, and go up all the way to the newest episode of 7 Days Sins in the anime. And yeah, no manga spoilers, so don't worry. I will not be spoiling anything. But let me just say this. I don't know how Grand Cross are going to do it because, well, it feels like right now we're getting a lot of festival units like back to back. But when it comes to the end of the new season, and or I guess even the manga, right, it almost feels like we're going to get a festival every week because how big the characters are going to be. So I'm not really sure how they're going to do it. Okay, but before we start, if you are new, definitely hit the subscribe button. We are very close to 12k subs and we're doing graphical content every single day. And while you're down there, if you can, hit the like button because it does let me know that you lot are enjoying these videos. And it helps me just get the video out there so more people can see it. It likes you matter, lads. I can't stress it enough. But yeah, let's just jump into the video. Okay, so currently right now, as of, I guess, well, 1 year after the game came out on global, there are two festival banners. We have the Holy War Festival and then I guess just the normal festival banner. Now, a lot of people, not myself included, do think that the normal festival banner is exclusive to Sins, which I don't think is true. Right now, how we get characters in the game, they're always based on the story mode. So they either show up just before or just after, or they're about to show up, right? That's kind of how they always do it. And since we're kind of like at the start, well, I guess midway through season 3 now, a lot of the main characters, since, well, the Sins are the main characters, it can be focused on them. So we get like Lolly Merlin, the one, we have Assault Melly, you know, kind of all focus on them. But then, you know, towards end of season 3 and especially in the new season, you get to see a bigger, like, broader characters, like with Lucia and Margaret, you know, more of the Sins too, of course, they are the main characters, but other characters too. So for this video, I'm going to be assuming that a lot of other characters can go into this festival type and not just be exclusive to the Holy War because they were out in the Holy War, if that makes sense. I don't know how they're going to do it. We have to wait and see with more festivals coming out in the future. Okay, so to start off with the next festival unit, bear in mind we are following the story mode here, lads, so we're not going to get Purgatory Bomb now, of course. We're not going to get him until he shows up in the actual story mode. So the next person who does show up in the story mode, that is a relevant change, a big, I guess, a big scene, right, is obviously Demon Chandler. Not only did he cut it off before he does show up, or he kind of does show up, but like, you know, his actual fight scene, it's very apparent that he will be the next festival character, or at least the Holy War Festival. And yeah, boys, I'll be waiting for him. I'm skipping Assault Melly for this guy because Assault Melly should be on his banner, and it should bring back the Assault Melly team, right? So yeah, I think there's no doubt about it. This guy will definitely be a festival. And the next person to show up afterwards, which is, I'd say 50-50. Like, I could definitely not see her being a festival unit, but we do have Lucia and Margaret. So my theory, once again, is kind of the fact that we are getting special versions of characters, which this is a special version of not only Lucia, but also Margaret too. So if we're never going to see an actual Lucia festival or a Margaret character in the game itself, I do think the next normal festival banner could be Lucia Margaret. I had made a speculation video, actually. I kind of designed her cards in game, so not a lot of people, too many people saw this one. So if you do want to go watch that, I do try and predict what the character can do, which is the first time I did for 7 Days Sin. Okay, next on this we do have Zeldras. Yes, I mean, I'm joking, right? But let me just say this: they do show up in the new Holy War, like they fight, especially Depis. Depis are kind of a big scene. So I definitely do see them getting more different characters, like, you know, the other colors, like they have a red Zeldras. We could get blue and in green Zeldras, which would be sick. I would love to see them, right? Because do you have their own armor sets, like the actual, the Holy Knight set, I guess you could call it. So I do hope they don't skip the characters. They're going to be models in-game too, so they definitely could make them characters, which I think they might. So hopefully we'll see another Zeldras one day. Okay, so next we do have Arthur, Excalibur Arthur. Now, this will be probably an actual normal festival band, not a Holy War one. But we'll have to wait and see how they do, I guess, title the Holy War festivals, if they're just for villains or not. But this guy is a very, very big, important role. Not only does he, you know, if you've seen it, you know what happens afterwards, but the whole character concept is a new outfit. He's been trained by Nanashi, I think it was too. And he also has the cat. The cat in his pouch, which looks pretty sick. I think I have footage of it in the background so you can probably see it. But it's a very cool design, right? So I do think they're not going to skip out on making this guy a festival. It's his last scene, bro. You know, it's so important. They're not going to skip out on this not being a festival unit. Okay, so next, I guess the two characters do show up, and I hope they do make characters. I think they will now that they've done Lolly Merlin, so I don't think they are going to skip on them. But we do have Tamio and Sorrio, but I said the possessed forms, I don't think they'll be festival units, but I do think it's definitely worth bringing them up, because you never know. This is kind of like one of the big moments, especially, oh, bro, lads. Female Sorrio, like, look at the scene, bro. If they don't make this, if they make this a character, I'm simping. Like, I'm going all out on this character. I would hope it's a festival because it is like the special version of Sorrio and Tamio, but I can see why you wouldn't want to because it's not like their true form. You'd rather make their true form an actual festival unit, but bro, let's hope they do get out of the game. Okay, so next we do have SDSGC. So once again, a big spoiler alert here if you haven't seen the new season, but once again, I said you shouldn't be watching this video if you haven't seen the new season. Are we good? Okay, so obviously, this is probably one of the last versions of SDSGC we're going to see because, well, he does turn to Mayo afterwards, and Mayo is a goddess, so it's a big demon thing here, so I think Assault Money could use another strong demon, plus this will be the last version of SDSGC. I do think it's a pretty, probably its peak, right? Okay, and that does wrap up the previous season. Now we are on the final one. So season 5, if you're from the UK, I guess, or in the West, and then if you're from Japan, it's from season 4 onwards. This is the final season, so big characters here. Bear in mind, we've only 8 episodes in, so we've not gone too many characters, but a lot of festival potentials here. And the big one, which is, I think, episode 1, actually, we do have Demon Cusack. Yes, he doesn't show his demon form until the new season, which is kind of surprising because I thought I already saw it. But yeah, Demon, we got Festival Chandler beforehand, probably months ago by the time we do get this guy, so I do think he'll be the next festival unit, probably a Holy War just to suit his friend Chandler, since he was most likely a Holy War Festival too. But yeah, this will be a good way to wrap it up, because if they do follow this, that means we will probably have at that point Demon Chandler and also Assault Mini on the banner, so we'll have 3 festivals of that type, and it's very good to put on that banner actually, because you'll get like, yeah, 3, I'm assuming 2 OP festival units. I mean, Assault Mini's good, he just have his team, and if Demon Chandler does save him, then it's going to be a pretty good banner. Okay, next for, I guess, the normal festival banner, we do have Merlin, so this will be Merlin's second festival unit. I think it's undoubtable this one's going to be a festival unit. This is the big Merlin, you know, people will want to see big Merlin as a festival unit, and I don't think they're going to give this outfit for free, or like for a normal standard character. I think it's safe to say it will be a festival. Now, when they're going to do, I'm not too sure, because you do see her beforehand, but you don't have to make a festival straight away. They could wait till she used one of her big power-ups, or like her big moves, when she does disable Chandler Cusack later on. So yeah, safe to say this will be a festival unit. And now moving on, now this is what's going to be very debatable, but we do have Purgatory Bomb. Now, obviously, I don't have to say it, but Purgatory Bomb will be a festival unit. This is like his big transformation, even though it doesn't really transform, he just changes clothes, but you get my point. You just get a big power up in terms of like how strong he does get. But I do think we might wait a bit, actually. I'm not too sure, because, well, all he does here is just change his clothes. He has to fight the Demon King at that point to actually lose his snatch ability, because after fighting the Demon King for so long, in episode 8, I think it was, the newest episode, he does lose his snatch ability and then gains the new one, which is Grant, or I think they call it Grant. So yeah, it'd be weird to see Bon as a healer, because that's basically what he is. But this guy, I think we might see him in Grand Cross before we do get him as a character, because he doesn't actually get the power up yet. So I think we will get him as a festival unit, but we may wait a bit, which can be quite annoying, because, well, you know, a lot of people do want Purgatory Bomb, and if we do get to see him in the story mode, but we don't get him as a character, a lot of people are going to be very pissed about it. But I mean, they could give the ultimate move earlier, because, well, I think they gave Elaine's Whirlwind Cassette, whatever the thing's called, to the Winged Elaine, who doesn't actually get that move until the newest season. I think they like the latest episode of 7 Days Sin, so I think we can get it whenever, as long as he shows up in the actual story mode. I think we can get him. Okay, so next we do have Omnis, Nebula, Zeldras, or full react. I don't know what they're actually going to call it in English. But this is a technique that Zeldras use against the Merlin and Escanor and Leducia Margaret. A massive, massive moment for him. And a lot of people still think we're going to get him beforehand, but I don't think we are. If we're ever going to get a Festival of Zeldras, this will be the character we're going to get. And it's going to be insane. Now, we were weird because he doesn't really change outfits, so I'm not sure how he's going to look, right? Because, well, yeah, he's normal, right? I don't know how they're going to do it, because, like, what's his actual upgrade cosmetic? What's his starting grade SSR and then a UR cosmetic going to be? I'm not too sure. But this will have to be one, right? Would it be? I don't know, actually, now that I'm saying out loud, but I'm sure it would be, because this is a big moment. Pretty much will have to be that. I mean, it could wait towards the end of the manga, but I don't think they will. But coming up, we do have probably the second festival, the one. Yes, the one we'll get in our festival unit. It has to be, bro. Even the one we got right now, it didn't use all the 4 moves he used during the Assault Medi fight, right? We still have the Holy Sword when we pokes him pretty much, right? We didn't even get to see all of his actual moves. So I do think we could get more the ones. And I do think if we ever do get another the one, because we will get another the one, right? It will have to be a festival unit. I think even now as well, when we do see more Assault Medis or we see more Goddess Liz, they will all be festival colors, right? So we got the blue one right now. I do think the next one, this one here, could be a red one, and it would have the new funk. What's it? The disco pop? What people call it, disco Escanor. I do think we could see this one. The hell, they could even make him transform it if they do figure out how transformable characters work in Grand Cross at that point. But oh man, imagine this guy. And the thing is too, since it will be the second color of the one, you both use this actual cosmetic, so the purple outfit on the other the one. I know it's kind of weird to say, oh, we're gonna get 2 Escanor festival before we even get a Dian festival, but you never know. I think there's no way they're gonna add the one as a normal character. They have to make it into a festival. And then next we do have Mayo. Mayo could be a festival unit. Now, I don't think he will be. I'm not too sure because it isn't really a special version. It's just his base form, basically. But I do think they'll give this one as I mean, it could be a story boss only, but I do think this will be a festival unit. Maybe, I'm not too sure how they're going to do it. But this one, Mayel, where he's got the 4 commandments in him, it'd be a pretty cool character design because you can use all 4 different metal at once, basically. And he does have a pretty cool design with the 3 wings and the 3 dark wings too. I'm not sure if he's going to be a goddess. I'm sure he would be because it is Mayel at this point. But it could be a mix of a demon and goddess, like in together or even unknown. That would probably ruin the character, but I can definitely see this one being the special version of Mayel and making that a festival unit. Okay, and then next we do have the Andean is a big one here, which she dances. A really cool shot, by the way. And we could get her beforehand. Let me just say that, right? Because they technically did skip her already. We could have got this before when Draw was training her. So I expect to see this Dian, or at least the dancing Dian, as a festival unit in due time. Maybe even before we do get to the point in story mode. But who knows? Because I mean, he's got the outfit on, so maybe they will wait. But yeah, I'm not really sure what they're going to do with this Dian. But if we are going to get a festival, when we do get a festival Dian, it will be based on this one here where she dances. And yeah, not a bad time, but maybe too close because right afterwards we do get this king here, which is I don't know how you say that, the Yagra cloth. I'm not too sure how you say it, right? But could this be a festival unit? No, I don't think it will. Yes, it'll be a really cool character and maybe worthy of a festival unit, but literally right afterwards, and they're definitely be saving this one for a festival unit, we do have 4-Wing King, the strongest fairy king in history. This is undoubtedly going to be the best festival king, right? It has to be a festival unit. Oh, I gotta say, it's kind of weird. When I did read the manga, one, not only that I didn't know his wings were gonna be this color, I thought they're gonna be like Gloxinia, and I didn't know as well he was gonna speak like an actual man. I thought we still have the king voice on. So when I heard it for the first time, I thought it was a little bit weird. But I'm looking very forward to this one. They kind of mug King off, not gonna lie, because King is kind of based around Hendrickson and his stupid team. I kind of wish he wasn't. I kind of wish he was just kind of a go-to damage dealer and didn't really revolve around poison and stuff like that. But it is what it is. So hopefully when we do get this king, he'll be broken. And yeah, I can't wait because he does have some drippy outfits. But yeah, that is it actually, because well, at the newest episode, to episode 8, Barn does leave Purgatory, but is there a point in giving our festival? We just got him beforehand, so we could see another different color, but I mean, once again, depending if they want to wait, we could see this as the first Purgatory Bomb, and literally right afterwards, we do get to see Elaine in her final big moment, but we already got Winged Elaine, so I don't see Winged Elaine being a festival unit, because, well, we already got the Christmas one. I do think we'll probably just get, you know, Winged Elaine as another character in the future, maybe like is she red? I think so, we'll get blue or green again. But boys, that is it for the newest season, actually. Well, I guess the up to date with the episode 8, I believe it was. But to end off, and why I didn't really talk about this, it's because, well, we have skipped quite a few characters. We still have to get the Longsword Meliodas from like 3,000 years ago. We still have to get, you know, Wheelchair Gopher, who I don't think will be a festival unit, but we could get him. And then we also, as well, we could get Enduro forms of Darriere Speed, who will be festival units, no doubt about it. They're definitely saving it for them too. And yeah, I mean, I wonder how they're going to do it, because, well, would they be festivals? I mean, they're festival worthy, but getting 2 festivals on one banner, like straight away, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know, it's up to you lot. But yeah, thank you guys for watching today's video. Let me know what you lot think of these festivals being in the game, if they're actually going to be festivals or not. I'm curious on what you lot think. And yeah, let me know as well if you want to see a manga version, or if you want me to wait until like the season kind of almost finished, or we got like around 20 episodes to where I can go back and kind of predict once again if certain characters will be festival units. Because yeah, there's like I said at this intro, I don't know how they're going to do it. There's a lot of hype characters coming later on. We're kind of screwed, to be fair. If you're free to play, it's a bad time, to be fair, because at that point, it's going to be hype after hype. It's going to be unreal. But boys, 70 cents keep going on. It's only been the first year on Global, couple of 2 years on Grand Cross on JP. We're in a good position. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and peace.